I'm Howling Mad Mike, and this is a submission for UKSG, and this is Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. Now, in collaboration with the wonderful Tiny Team 78, we have a bit of a, shall we say, a deal going on with this, because you have seen us race this before. We both raced the Amiga version, however. This is going to be a bit different. We are still racing, but... UKSG Blue, good question, Crazy. I'm live streaming at the moment, by the way. When me and Tim did this, we both ran it on the Amiga on easy. It is our intention for UKSG to run this on medium difficulty, which is significantly harder. It's 3 more races, which isn't that much, but it's just that the races start to get more troll, in essence. Ideally, I mean, truth be told, from a speedrunning point of view, I mean, obviously, if you can come first every race, that's fantastic. But towards some of the stages, just finishing them at all is something of an achievement. But as often is the case with Lotus, it's more of an optimized play, heavily optimized playthrough, or at least a playthrough where you kind of know what you're doing. But the kicker for this one is that it is our intention for Tim to run this on the Amiga and for me to run this on the Atari ST to finally, once and for all, settle which is the superior system. So let's set that to medium, 10 races. I shall set my name here, or at least I'll attempt to. There we go. No, we don't want manual, we want computerized gears. I am sorry, I am a coward, but manual gears are faster, but... And time traditionally starts when you pick the music. And this is already going to be a donation incentive, I think, for if we get the ST or the if we get the ST or the Amiga music. I know Tim's favourite's 3. I like them 3 or 4, to be honest. I think I might go 4. Right. Oop. Right, well, we're starting, and we're in Finland. The Amiga version is slightly faster loads, but nothing to... Oof. Not a great start. I'll be honest, at the moment, I'm a little too used to the ST version of this. Sorry, the Amiga version of this. I had forgotten that the ST runs at slightly fewer frames. Slightly fewer. Yeah, as always is the case with Lotus, you just need to finish in the top 10 to qualify for the next race. As I said, I am hoping I can get mostly first places here, but yeah, you know, when it comes to actual timed runs of this, you will be into many, 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 many resets. Whoops, and that was me looking at my second monitor when I should have been looking at the road. Geez, I'll tell you what, if we do have a donation incentive between the ST and the Amiga music, I may actually donate towards the Amiga. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Amiga, the ST music is fine, but... And they both suffer from the same problem, that you just get the same song from start to finish. I kind of wonder if you could. Or not necessarily if you could, but if somebody out there has, like, modded the game, so it... I suppose the difficulties, I I was going to say if somebody's modded this to allow you to, that allows the song to change, but I suppose part of the problem is that the song gets loaded into the RAM at the start, and then it's just like there. And it's one less thing it has to load again, so... Because if you could change music, it'd be nice. But I suppose it would depend how long it added to the load time. As far as I remember, though, both of these games are only 1 discs. I didn't hit the flagpole, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, strictly speaking, the Amiga version is slightly faster just because of load times and operating system enhancements, etc. But for the difference it is, it ain't gonna... You know, for a 10 race game of this that will take at least half an hour, probably closer to 40 minutes. And it's a playing and commentating as well. But of course, with Viper, we have the perfect commentator. He's got to work on his Murray Walker impression, mine, but... Ah. Oh, the emulator was misbehaving there. It held down my right turn. So it does that for some reason. Not all the time, but sometimes it's almost like kind of sticky keys activate. And it just holds the input. But whatever. As I said, I'm not expecting... This is just going to be what I hope will be a submission video, so I'm not expecting great things. In fairness, I don't do medium that often. It's not that I dislike it, it's just very long. You almost have to play it more casual. I mean, if you look on the leaderboard, there's about 10 of us in easy and maybe 3 or 4 in medium. I need fuel. Right, off to Greenland. I get definite Chase HQ vibes from this music. Well, I didn't hit the... I hit the car, but I didn't hit the barrier as well, at least. Did you watch the race between me and Tim on this crazy? Well, obviously on the medium difficulty, not the easy difficulty, not the medium difficulty. Because I still maintain Tim not taking the fuel on race 4 was an incredibly gutsy move. It can be done, but it is so rare, and we have not figured out. We have still not yet figured out what really makes that happen. I mean, on medium, aside from the very first track, you have to refuel on all of them. It's not an option. But yeah, that was a crazy brave move on Tim's part. For a marathon as well, that would have been... Ooh. Sorry, that card placement was awkward. Even I think I'd have applauded if he'd have pulled that off. I don't even think first place on the leaderboard got away with that. And I've only managed it a couple times, and it's very hard to judge if you can get away with it. How's the fuel situation? I'll be with you in a sec there, Crazy, once the race is over and it's loading the next one. Oh, you son of a biscuit. I knew you were going to hit you and push me into the barrier. Oh, shoot. This has been a bit poor, to be honest. Need fuel. That's probably enough. He was just moving way too slowly, and look at this. I'm going to catch up with him just in time for the oil slicks. Oh, well. Actually try and... There we go. Right, Right, if you want Amiga games, Crazy Yo, you want to just Google Amiga Game Selector. Emulating Amiga games yourself is an absolute pain in the ass, but there's a guy that's actually making it his life's work to get them all within one self-executable Amiga Game Selector AGS. It is absolutely awesome. Like I can't. Anyone who ever asks me about playing Amiga games, if you're not using that, you're a fool. It is just awesome. Because it just works. I mean, even Tim will admit, and this is like the whole ST and Amiga banter to one side. Amiga ST emulation is easy peasy. Amiga emulation is awful. But the Amiga Game Selector is awesome. It has 2,000 games. It's ready to go, and there's 2,000 games all within menus. I think he built it initially to work on the Raspberry Pi. But it really is awesome. And he's also there's a thing with Amiga games where you had the capability of installing the games on a hard drive to make them run faster. Actually, like it was pretty much just copying the floppy disk onto the hard drive. But obviously, hard drive read speeds were faster than floppy speeds. But he's also working through the catalog to get because even setting that up is really awkward and complicated. But it mincemeats load times. If I get this run down, I'll show you actually if you're still around. But yeah, AGS is definitely 100% what you want. But the guy who's working on it, it is really, really awesome. Because I said Amiga emulation has been terrible. Part of the reason my Wonder Boy in Monster World is on the ST is because the Amiga emulation for it is just so poor. And as I do keep repeating myself with this, but ST emulation, it just works. There's very little once you've got everything, all the files you need, it just works. You know, just get your operating system, set your machine up as something like a 1040, the 1040 STE or something, and then you can run everything. Yeah, in fairness, I have been meaning to look at the Amiga game selector because I dare say since I last checked, there's been an update. That's the only slight faff about it. It doesn't automatically update. You have to do you have to basically just re-download it. But it's free and it works. Oh, I knew that. I'm gonna watch me language. I knew that fella was gonna cut me up. Nothing fancy, just cutting me way through the traffic. Oh, I misread which direction he was going in. That's what makes the AI in this game so difficult. Sometimes it's very, very hard to determine if the sprite is moving left or right. That's so though. I don't need anything fancy, just he's going to cut me up, but that's fine. We're all fine. That's it. All I have to do is finish in the top 10. Have you ever played much of the Amiga then, Crazy? Or do you just fancy giving Lotus a go? Tis always the meme about PC gaming these days, isn't it? You spend hundreds and hundreds on hardware to play 40-year-old video games. Oh, well, the Amiga version's definitely it's the ST version. Yeah, it's just the music really. The ST version's fine. The frame rate's probably about 2/3 of what it is on the Amiga, but yeah, it's fine. But yeah, Lotus is on there, and it's on there as a WHD, as like a hard drive load. So there are hardly any load times. The reason there's not much load time on this, as I crash into the barrier, is because I've got the emulated floppy drive set to turbo mode. It's about the fastest way you can get things to load in ST. Because I think the SD did come with hard drives, but it was nowhere near as comparatively popular. May not finish first on this one. My streak might be beaked. And of course, there's the added danger with me and Tim playing on different systems. We both have to keep finishing in the top 10. Or it's game over. Because that's the horrible part of this game. No top 10, no go. Germany. I could sing the older German national anthem. Oh, we have water on this one, okay. So I can't quite remember the order of the tracks, but this is a water. Water actually isn't that bad. Water's like a mild inconvenience, and if anything, it stops you crashing on most bends. I was hoping I could duck up the inside of him, but apparently not. Oh my lord. Yeah, he does not want me in third place. Ooh. Yeah, they're really hard to dodge. There we go, back in third. Oh, all was well. Absolutely rocketing up to him just in time for all the major obstacles. Alright, gonna take it wide, in, out. Yeah, there we go. Poop. I keep doing that. Back markers, back markers, back markers. I need to get more distance between me and Sodding. You're going so slow. You always seem to hit back markers when there's really insane obstacles. Okay, this is going well. Yeah, that was inevitable. Well, in fairness, no, I will give you that. The Porsche 944 isn't dissimilar to the Lotus Esprit. It isn't dissimilar. No, I'll give you that. I will give you that. The 944, nice car, the 944, but yeah. I think the Lotus Esprit was slightly nicer looking. I know between the two of them, which was probably infinitely more reliable, considering that one was made in Germany and one was made in England. Right. Seeing across 10 races as well with me and Tim. And as a kid, I don't think any kids have filters. I mean, across 10 races as well, I think it'd be interesting because you only need one really bad race and, you know, everyone's back in it again. Just calmly, gently see if I can filch my way through the traffic here. As I said, don't want anything insane. This is going to be a submission video. Don't want to overcommit. Not that I expect anyone to actually watch the whole of this. They'll probably just see Tim's name and go, yep. And why not? I'm surprised you haven't asked yet, Crazy, what the mechanics at the bottom of the screen are doing. Because the one on the right is very suspicious. Well, maybe. I think you could count him as fixing the engine, because I think, if I remember rightly, a bit like, well, a lot of cars at that time, it was rear-engined. Or mid-engined, as they term it, but... What's my fuel situation like? Not bad. Same as always, I could probably get one more lap in and then pit on the last one. There we go, perfect. You know what? I'm a lot tighter on the fuel then. I mean, I'm fine. I will be fine, but I'm a bit tighter on the fuel there, so I'll have to make a mental note. Been a little while since I've done medium, but all going well. I have enough fuel there to get me over the line. Yeah. Okay, everything's got off to a faster start than me. That's annoying. Just careful and clean driving at this moment, though. Just work your way up the grid. Okay, I got distracted then. I knew it was. I was just about to tell you that this is the track with the troll sign, and then I forgot. If you pay very close attention, this is all left turns, but there's one section where it says turn right, and it's a troll sign. But the gimmick of this track is it's literally just all left turns. But yeah, they really start to. This is what hard. Hard isn't unbeatable, but it's really what makes it difficult. You have to know the tracks, and it's a one and done. You get one life if you don't finish in the top 10 or you run out of fuel. It's game over. Which is what scares me a little with Tim, to be honest. I mean, it could happen to me. I have lost medium. It has happened. It's a little difficult to lose easy unless something goes on with the fuel. You just cut things a bit fine on the fuel, but medium, it's legitimately possible to lose if you don't race fairly well. And I suppose if that's the case, then the winner is just whoever gets the furthest in the game, which seems perfectly fair to me. Right, I need fuel. Not a lot. I haven't been doing many of the speedrun strats, I have to say. The speedrun strat is to hit the checkered flag at the edge of the track, because that gets you to... It won't stop loading until you've ran out of speed. So if you crash at the end, it just loads faster. Car. Cars. Okay, good start. Good start. Don't know how I didn't hit that rock. Okay, I may go a little quieter here. Just concentrating. Oh, shit, I hit the rock there. So you did... Yeah. It's kind of a bit more forgiving if you go wide. But it still looks like I should hit it. I actually tried to come inside of it then, just to see if it was a better line, but... it is what it is. Ooh. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. Get in first, build a lead. Hope you can keep it. Now, in fairness, given that this... One of the factors I like about this game so much is that it doesn't have rubber banding. How far you get in the lead is legitimately how far in the lead you get. Because I hate rubber banding as a mechanic in racing games. I absolutely despise it. If you get a sec, Crazy, could you just go on speedrun.com and... Jeez, I nearly got distracted then. So, I nearly forgot to refuel. That would have been disastrous. Could you... It's sort of the worst part is in the Amiga version, you have to get beeps when you're running low on fuel to remind you don't in the ST. It's like music or sound effects. Sorry, could you go on speedrun.com and just see what Tim's medium time actually was? I think he got like a 42 and some change, if I remember rightly. All right, this is for all the marbles. Just keep it smooth and simple. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Had to put the brakes on. Braking is important on these harder courses. You do need to kind of feather the brake. Not that you're saying you make the corners so much, but so you don't hit an enemy vehicle. And I will never not call them enemy vehicles in this game. They are enemies. The only thing I can't remember about this run, which I'm about to find out, is how much fuel... Oh, I started turning way too late there. It's fine. It's fine. I've kind of got my mind on the moment of how much fuel, because I think you have to put a lot more than usual in for this track, but I can't remember how much. Like, I have to fuel this lap, and I need enough for 3. I can't remember. I legitimately can't remember how much fuel it is. So I'm just going to put a shit ton in. I didn't need that much, but you know what? I'm not gonna cock up a submission video for the sake of trying to go tight on the fuel. Because there's always the I should always point out as well that when it comes to submission videos, I like to just do a run, warts and all, so people can. Because I never see the point in. No offense if this is what you've done, crazy, but I've never seen much of a point in submitting your PBs or whatever. Because to me, part of a run is, you know, warts and all. It's so people can see what happens when things don't go according to plan. Such as here, where I'm skirting very dangerously in 10th place. Well, yeah, I'm kind of skirting dangerously low at the moment with only 2 laps to go. I could do getting like 4 or 5 places up here just to give me a bit of a safety blanket. Jesus, I'm getting nervous. It's going to be close. Don't do anything stupid, just keep it clean. You're fine. Nah, in fairness, the last race is always horrendous. See, and there was only like literally 10 seconds between me and first there. But there we go. Final table. I am first on the final table. I think that was, what, out of the 10 races, 7 wins and 3 places. So yeah.